One of the major problems that I think clients and owners face is clarity.
And it seems like a lot of people, the more that we talk to clients, lean towards providing like this lump sum pricing with very vague answers as to what they're pricing, where we try to be very detailed and letting them know, this is kind of how we handled this, or this is kind of how we handled that.
You have to communicate all things, all potential problems, and be 100% open with them so that you guys are both on the same page.
We often take an approach to those kind of projects like we would a final bid so that we can give the best approach possible, even if the job is a year away from starting.
We find that being very transparent and open usually answers a lot of questions on the front end and leads to them saying that we were very detailed in what we did. And it's helpful to them to know that what they're getting is complete.
Maybe early on we were a little bit hesitant to share certain information, whereas I think now we're very much not scared to do that.
Just willing to kind of communicate options, because a lot of the times clients might only see the A, B, and C option, not knowing there is an X, Y, Z. Being comfortable explaining that to them without almost stepping on toes and without trying to push your way into it. Just basically building that trust from day one, just being open and communicative with them, I think is a very big deal, part of what we do. Deep in my running career, my mom and coach would always say, get comfortable being uncomfortable.
We're always trying to get better as a department, as a company, and that can a lot of times mean that we shake up the systems that we have.
Ask lots of questions and don't be afraid of looking stupid asking them. The people around us usually have a lot of information to share.
That's kind of the whole benefit of being in this kind of environment, is that you're not an island, you have people to help out.
And everyone here is on the same bandwagon, pushing for the same outcome. So
jump into as many things as you can. To become a sponge of information is so wealthy as a young estimator.
And it might be a little scary at times, but yeah, just having that confidence and being able to step outside of yourself for the bigger picture of the team and to just do your part on the football team, kind of tying it all back in. I think what excites me the most about working with the pre-con team here at RAWSO is just our
really big team dynamic.
Any decision that we come to, and every decision that we come to as a team, which I think is important. I think that's why we've been able to be so successful.
So there's a lot of collaboration, bouncing ideas off each other. It makes it very fun to work in that team dynamic and working together and having a place where we can always ask each other questions and ask each other for advice on something that, the guy sitting next to you may know something a lot better than you do.
Yeah, it's more like a football team. I always kind of equate it to. I feel like we have a lot of people who come from all types of different backgrounds, kind of in the sense of where they grew up. Kind of makes for a unique dynamic here in the office.
Yeah, we're a very selfless organization. Leadership of the company definitely wants the best for the employee, not the best from the employee.
I think that they're really good about kind of giving you an outline of where they want you to be and where you're starting. So like I mentioned before, definitely exciting that there's a meeting with a company that you can tell they value sticking with you for the long haul.
The selfless part that we have here with each individual being willing to just jump in and help out where needed, that's definitely the most exciting piece to the pie.
I think most importantly is you got to be willing to
be a collaborator,
to be humble, but also passionate about doing good work.
Someone who takes the we versus me approach.
Maybe be in places that they might not typically find themselves.
RAWSO's done a good job of building kind of a diverse team on the estimating side. I mean, there's a range of personalities, a range of different skill sets, and a range of different, work habits.
I think we rely on each other a lot. We all have different experiences and different skill sets to get to where your goal is, but also being able to accept criticism from your team members and not get offended, because that's the only way that you're going to get better. If you just sit in a hole, crunch out numbers, and blow off your colleagues, you're not going to last long here.
The personality trait that comes to mind of an estimator is kind of a number cruncher, or somebody that kind of sits in a closet, plays on a calculator. And while that is certainly an important trait of an estimator. Here at RAWSO, that is only what I would say is half the trait of an estimator. You know, we spend a lot of time working with clients, you know, spending time with clients, growing that kind of sales type relationship with clients.
And yeah, be able to kind of think of different ways of how we can get more competitive, how we can provide the better solution to the client or exactly what the client's looking for.
Or to take a little bit of extra knowledge, and that's when you got to raise your hand up and ask a coworker if there's a better way to do something.
So that mentality of a person is the type of estimator that I would say fits in best with a team here at RAWSO.